Greetings, entities, energies, lovelies, bodies of light, the seekers and sojourners of truth, the 144, chosen of the chosen of the chosen few. You know who you are. This is the wee hours, so I don't expect to see nobody on right now. But happy Pluto in Aquarius. I just couldn't go to bed without that. I just got off of um a meeting with the soul tribers, with the soul seekers, the truth sojourners, all of that, the star seeds. You know who you are. I wouldn't say just because I had to just kind of go into some space time as we were talking about time being taken from us. So it's something that I wanted to definitely go into and share a little bit. I did want to go, and I was getting a fight today. I'm not gonna lie. So I always say welcome to 5D. So welcome to 5D. Remember, if you're not infusing with the light, you're getting fried on the grid. So I invite you to choose to infuse with the light like I do and get on this light grid activation. Get into the new 5D expansion, true earth. I don't even want to say new earth, it's a true earth because it's nothing new under the sun. And to get into the new Aquarian age, speaking of, who's ushering us in? None other than Pluto. So we're all on our Plutonian flex right now. For those who know, this is like a true celebration of, it's a happy new year for me and those who feel it like me, even though it doesn't feel so nice in some of the things that we've been growing through, the revelations that have been shown to us. But for those who know what it's for in our soul's work, it is a plus. It is an exciting time. It is exciting for the spirit because the spirit is like, yeah, waking them up. So, this Pluto, I wanted to give a little bit on this Pluto information from what we're coming from in Pluto and Capricorn. And as I've mentioned, please check your charts to know what this means to you. Our natal chart is like our fingerprint, it's our cosmic fingerprint, it is our blueprint that helps us understand. It's the guide that we have for those of us who are entering into 5D. This is a major move, a pivotal shift, and I'm going to do another video on it. But I couldn't let tonight go by and I don't speak on it, and I know most of you are probably on my time zone, are probably already knocked out, but it's okay. You'll see it tomorrow. And those who are on a different time zone, hey, welcome. This is Celestial Earth, if I didn't say that. See, I'm so excited. I done forgot to say who I am. Celestial Earth in this divine energy essence, in 5D, in the place to be. And this 5D split is happening. If else has said it to you, this Plutonian shift is definitely saying that. This is a major shift whenever any outer planets shift. And this is the great shakedown that we were having while we were in that window when it was in Capricorn. I had been speaking it for quite some time. And so time is up for those who have been, procrastinating, being lazy souls, all of that, thinking that you got all the time in the world. And listen, we're infinite beings, so we got a lot of time. We got a lot of time to keep coming back, if you know what I mean. Infinite existence means living eternal. How do you choose to live your eternity? Do you want to keep coming back at a lower level soul, or are you coming back to evolve and elevate? Are you in a true ascending soul that is coming back to help with the ascension of the earth, the soul of the earth? And the earth is turning over. And she's saying, it's time to go. Get off the titty. You little puppies that still want to sit. She's rolling over like, nope, time to get up. I gave you all the nutrients you need. It's time to turn over into the next level. We're turning into 5D and the split is happening and we're quantum leaping. And there's so much that we are getting and gaining and losing, but we're losing to gain, right? The losses are not really a loss, but they're really a gain. And so there's a lot of sifting going on, is what I wanted to talk about. There's a sift in the shift. And I mentioned this in our group that we're being sifted out. This is where the chosen of the chosen of the chosen few are getting sifted out yet again. And it's going to be more chosen of the chosen of the chosen of the chosen few. The few of that is being sifted out again right now. And so, for those who are not realizing the seriousness of it and still teetering and tottering, you're going to see, if you haven't already, what's really shaking up, what's happening, what's the big shakedown for you, because it depends on where Pluto shows up. Not Pluto, but where Capricorn is in your house, right? And where is Saturn in your house? Because Saturn rules Capricorn, that type of thing to look at, right? And beyond that, knowing that within this sifting, one of the things that I definitely wanted to talk about, I haven't heard anyone talk about in regards because to leaving Pluto, leaving Capricorn and entering into Aquarius. Remember, we were here for the past, since 2008, and it has now come to its final run, wrapping up how we chose to see things in the earth, um, wrapping up the old paradigms. Those old authorities are falling down, or who we thought was an authority in our life, whether it be the government, whether it be a parent, whether it be a boss, whether it be a sibling, whether it be you within your own self. What part of you did you see as an authority that really has no authority? You know, those demonic aspects, those fears, those fear-based thoughts and feelings, and remembering that the demonic aspects are unhealed wounds. I've been finding myself saying that lately. Get out of your offense. If you want to know how to maneuver through this, get out of your offense. Get out of whatever you feel that has offended you, because the moment you do that, you drop into a lower vibration. Because why? Now you're in your feelings, in your misappropriated feelings, not the wise feelings, the feelings that bring you insight and intuition, but you're in the misappropriated feelings, right? That solicits your misappropriated ego to puff up in defense, because it is now in the fear-based thoughts and feelings. So we're wrapping all of that up. We're coming to a space where we need to see where our fear-based thoughts are. Where's your thoughts of lack and limitation? Because wherever that is, there can be no abundance. So in order for us to step into this 5D new earth, we have to see our abundance. And in order to see our abundance, we have to do away with our lack and limiting thoughts, beliefs in lack. And we have it in ways where we don't even see and we don't even know. But this is the time, and time is up. I don't like to be the one to sound like, oh, the world is coming to an end, or, oh, the sky is falling. But time is up. It's up for people. Don't realize time is up until they realize time is up. You know, it's one of them weird things. It's when something hit them and it's like, oh, snap. Yeah, you were told, you were hearing the signs, and this is the time. And you have just a little bit of buffer space, a little bit of what needed to happen right now during this pivotal moment. Because now you need to work on it practically. And then when we reach Capricorn, when we reach the Capricorn season or month or cycle, is when it's all going to come out in the open. The stuff that we were releasing from Capricorn, from Pluto and Capricorn. It's all going to come when the sun hits Capricorn, is when you're going to see it. For those who haven't seen it, is when you're going to see it. Right? I mean, even for those who've seen it, it's going to be more, protruding, so to speak, or more in, because the sun represents our outer world. So it's going to be brought into our outer world. Whatever is happening right now, this pivotal moment is like a catalyst, right? And so is highlighting where we need to move old paradigms and shift old concepts in our mind in whatever way that may be. Right? Do not try to cover up any aspect of your life. Let it all be unfolded. Let it all be exposed. Expose the pipes, right? That's something I've been finding myself say. Expose the pipes. Better structures are being made now where the pipes are exposed rather than in the old ways where the pipes in the ground, and I mean pipes like that run water, pipes in the house, because the house represents consciousness. So right now we need to get the pipes exposed. The pipes that stay under the ground, you cannot detect when something's wrong. That's the problem with pipes under the ground. Unless it's a major pipeline, pipe should be exposed, because then you'll know when it's leaking. And as soon as there's a leak, you're like, oh, let me catch that. Let me fix that. Let me expose that. Let me see what's running, because the pipes is where the water is running through, and the water is emotions. And right now, a lot of people got emotions blocked up. So they can't see themselves, feel themselves, or even know what it is to turn over with this, Plutonian transit, this Pluto transit. They don't know what to turn over. So it's for us to really look at our feelings. I was seeing I saw a butterfly. Butterfly usually represents, transformation. I saw an orange one. So the word I got was emotional transformation. There has to be an emotional transformation. In our emotions, things need to be transformed. Again, coming out of our offense. When you transform your emotions, and I don't mean hide them, tuck them away, and pretend it doesn't exist. Please honor your feelings. Honor your feelings. Allow yourself to be vulnerable enough to honor your feelings. And then have an emotional transformation. Transform that. Transmute it. That's why we got to transmute fear into love. That is true forgiveness, giving love forward, right? For true forgiveness is forgetting the fear-based thoughts that came with that situation, even if it's protecting you. We got to stop trying to protect ourselves. I'm not saying be stupid, right? Because some people are very protected and stupid. I'm not saying don't be stupid. I'm saying stop being so into claiming that you're protecting yourself when you're really blocking yourself. You're blocking yourself from seeing and having an experience that needs to be had, a revelation that needs to be had, because Pluto is about death to rebirth revelation. And that is a true transformation, right? So that you can know what no longer serves you, so that you can be empowered. It's about personal power, right? So this aspect, there's two things I wanted to focus on with this. What does this mean to us? Because a lot of it's shifting. Let me speak to the 5D people. What does this mean to those who are in 5D and expanding into 5D? There is this split. But even before I see this split, speaking of the 3D, 5D, I kept getting these codes 919, 919. I have my codes. I'll share that when I have some light tomorrow. I'm going to stick a pin on that 919. But what it means for the 5D collective is it is time to do away with the old so that you can shift into your new timeline. It is time for you to do away with the old paradigm that no longer serves you so that you can shift into your new true timeline, into the true time reality of 5D. Some people may have their foot or their toe in 5D, but they're not in true timeline reality. They may be in ideal still, which I find that hard for ideal time to be in that. Let me be more realistic. Speaking of realistic, they may be in real time reality, which real time is not true time, but it's truer than the ideal, if that makes sense. Right? So true time reality in 5D is really, really taking us to the new level of our soul self. So this is really as it ushers us into the Aquarian age, which is what Pluto is doing. It's carrying us into Aquarius for the next 20 years. Pluto is going to be doing what it does in Aquarius. And being in Aquarius, as it just jumped into Aquarius today, I don't know how many of you have felt it, but it's like it jolts you, it pulls you. because it's now going from earth to moving swift with the wind. It's more futuristic. It's more about collaboration and humanity. And this is why a lot of us are being challenged when it comes to communication and how we live right with one another, how we live right in the earth so that we can live right with one another. And that's why we're getting radical changes in Taurus at the same time, to get our true values in the earth. Excuse me, to get our true value in the earth and be able to have a revolutionary change of what that is in the material, in our possessions, in people, which we consider our possessions, whether we want to admit it or not. But all of this, when we get a true perspective and we're in right living with the earth and with others, with one another and people, then we can live more in the Aquarian age, as Pluto is really ushering us in now, because that's what we're going to be about for the next 20 years, finding how to integrate. Even though we're different worlds, we have people who are in different timelines, but rather than compete, rather than look down on one another, rather than envy the other for what they have, it's going to be a, what we're looking towards is a harmony and intimacy between all masculine energies, whether you're female or male, and intimacy. That means instead of competition and comparison, it is cohabitation, if I'm saying that right. It is about cohabitating. It is about compromise, and not bad compromise, but true compromise. It is about collaboration, working with one another regardless of differences. This is the challenge, I want to say, for this time period where Pluto is in Aquarius for the next couple years, next 20 years, and we're going to go through the stages of that, just like we went through the stages of it in Capricorn. While it shook down the old paradigms, and now once it shook that down, if we did our work, we are supposed to be able to withstand the revelations we're going to be getting as it goes with collaborating and so forth. But first, we have to know what no longer serves us, right? So we can know what to enter into and what is serving us in a higher purpose. So this is helping us to shift. It's like a graduation theme of what's happening right now. I know I was just speaking with my eyes closed because I really had to just see. It's like, okay, what are we saying? I had to see what it was, see with the third eye. It's a graduation. This is the part I don't hear many people talking about. That what do we look like at the end of Capricorn, right? It's the analytical degrees. When we close out, there is a graduation, right? There's a major graduation between a lot of outer planets, but this one is a big one as well. It is to look at, in this graduation, how we have come to the more evolved aspects of Capricorn. Let me say it that way. So although it is to tear down the old paradigms, it is to see how we can be, leaders in, and who, how we can be leaders in our soul sovereignty. That's the true elevation. You have graduated when you realize that the power is in you. When you realize that through honoring the power in you, you will then honor the power in others. So others will be empowered. And then that is how we can live in a self-governing state and state of mind and society, because you honor your own self-worth, your own value, your soul sovereignty. If you truly graduated out of Pluto and Capricorn, means you've gotten the most evolved aspects of that sign. That's the key. It's not to do away with Capricorn. It's not so, the way some people may make it sound. It's not that it's bad, Capricorn is bad or anything. It's every sign has its shadows and its evolved aspects. And where we are, what we're closing out, those of us light warriors who are truly doing the work, you should see some type of level up, some type of graduation where something is turning over for you. Again, this is the great turnover. And as you're being sifted out in this shifting, it is for you to see what is the evolved aspect of Capricorn that you needed to get, and specifically with where it is in your house. Where is your house in what house is it in for you, for Capricorn? Or I should say it this way, Capricorn is what house for you? And then look at how you've evolved from 2008. Where have you been with that particular house? The theme of that house. Look at what has been happening from 2008 to now, and look at where you are now. Look at how you have evolved. Look if you have evolved, because not everyone has evolved. Just because it's happening doesn't mean you evolved. We have to do the work. We must do the work. We must do the soul work. We must do the all the all of the work that needs to be done in our soul. The soul has to be the most important aspect of us. Spirit first, sorry. Spirit, then soul. Soul should be doing the work of spirit. But a lot of us are working overtime, are slave drivers onto our soul, and got our soul working overtime for the body. That's the mistake. And so we're here to recourse that. Recourse that in our spirit. Recourse that while you're evolving into 5D, while you're quantum leaping. It's all in evolution. There can be no revolution without evolution. So as we expand our consciousness and step into that next level, we have to be letting go. We have to see what we're graduating into. And so like I said, it's an exciting time because it's closing out what you made important to you. What was your ruling thoughts, right? I'm not just talking about people that are ruling. What was your ruling thought? What was your ruling idea? Were there things that you're like, oh, I'm never going to do this? That's a ruling thought. And maybe it's time to reevaluate that thing that you said you're never going to do, unless it's harmful, right? And open your mind to say, okay, you know what? I think I've grown to a certain level. Like, I don't think I should walk around saying this anymore. That I'm never going to do this, whatever that is. What is a story that we're replaying? We have been replaying in our mind that we reached a point where we're saying, not anymore. This no longer resonates. This no longer serves me. I can't afford to think like this anymore. That's what's happening right now. A lot of you are feeling like, I just can't do this no more. This is not working. And that's because you are having the revelations. The truth shall set you free, but it may piss you off first. I like that saying because it's like, oh, this is why I said it's not all peaches and cream. I'm smiling, but I've been feeling the agitation and I've been getting the fight. That's why I'm out here at these wee hours, because I said I'll be damned if these energies are going to win. I am going to do what I said I was going to do. And this is another warning that I want to share with you all. What's happening with these desperate energies is they are infiltrating, they are the shadows and so forth, are snatching our time. They know that we are vessels in time and timekeepers, and they are snatching our time. You do the math, look at it and see for yourself. They are distracting. There are people that are calling you right now out of the blue that you like, where did that come from? People that are just showing up and popping up. And then when you turn around, you're like, damn, I was supposed to do X, Y, and Z. Yeah, they're snatching. I mean, I'm not saying it's never happened before, but right about now, it's happening even more if you pay attention, especially to a lot of us light warriors, light workers. Those desperate energies are kicking up, and it's coming through our loved ones in so many ways, and they want to come in and distract under the disguise of laughter and happiness. But please remember this: there is a shadow world, as we all know. And they're operating in the shadows. That means behind the scenes, behind the surface level. So nothing is what you think it is. When people are having conversations and communicating with you a certain way, we must know nothing is as it seems. Please look behind the scene. Let me say that again. Nothing is as it seems. Please look behind the scene. 3, 3. I keep seeing the 3 and the 3. No matter what numbers come in, whenever I look, I keep seeing the 3 and the 3. 3 here, 3 light, right? An equilibrium. 3, 3. Creative completion. 33. Master number. Master creation or master creativity, right? So whoever that's for, know that you are in your mastering of your creativity. We are all here expanding, and we have to know thyself first. And this is why I go more into that, why I do the workshops, why I do what I do, why I even speak out, because for those whoever it resonates with, to know thyself, to know who they are, who you are. You can't do anything unless you know who you are. Don't forget who you are. You're blessed with it. Maybe so marvelous. No one like you. Just look around. Know who you are. There's no one like you. Peace, love, and light. Oh, someone is actually here. I thought you would just all catch this later. I mean, I know someone's here, but someone's speaking up. But yes, much gratitude. Nothing is as it seems. Yes, please remember that. And we have to look behind the scene, look behind the curtains. The veils are thin and the veils are coming down. The rose-colored glasses are being slapped off your face. I don't know about y'all, but mine's got slapped off my face a couple of months ago about some other stuff. It's not like I don't know what's going on, but we all have different levels of what we're dealing with. And to a deeper degree, within my ancestral work, within my my lineage that my ancestors are showing me, I got the rose-colored glasses knocked the hell off my face. And I am having to see what people of my bloodline, of my tribes, that what are you doing? You know, it can be it could be lonely, y'all. I'm not gonna lie. And not lonely and like I'm not sad and lonely. But sometimes the realization hits hard in a way where it's like, I really am alone. Because where's the rest of the world? And I know I'm not the only one feeling that way. And that's because we're like I said to the group, we're far and few. And most of the people around you don't have a clue. And so you're going to feel alone. Right? But we just got to embrace it. And today was definitely one of those days. So I don't know about you all, but I feel that tug. I remember saying it's going to be like when somebody's walking a dog and the dog just yokes the chain. That's what this shift is like. It's like, oh my goodness. So please, this is why it was important to get what you needed to get out of Pluto and Capricorn. Because who feels it knows it. And if you didn't evolve and graduate with the graduated evolved aspects of Capricorn, then it's going to be harder to handle as it goes into Aquarius, because Aquarius is wind, swift. It's going to just run with it, right? Aquarius is it's like taking off. And it's going to go now into those aspects of what needs to be revealed for the Aquarian age. So if you haven't done what you needed to do to rectify what we were doing while it was in Capricorn, and this was for lifetimes, y'all, I'm telling you, this was an opportunity to break soul trauma, to clear karmic debt on your soul. It's that serious. That's what this Pluto and Capricorn was giving us the opportunity to do, right? And there's some time, like I said, but it's like when you lose the time to do something in divine timing, it reroutes your path. And where once your path could have been this way, that was a little bit more easier, your path has to be rerouted. And it's not going to be as easy as that path that had given you the divine coordinates in the first place that you missed. So this is why we got to pay attention to the signs. It's not going to show up the same way. And that's the thing. Like, there's always a way. And where there's a will, there's a way. But a lot of us, when I say we run out of time and we miss the opportunity, 4-4, a lot of us run out of time and miss the opportunity to take the best route, to take the route of ease that was being afforded to us. The energies were helping you. They were saying, hey, walk this path. It's all paved out. But we want to do what we want to do. And then that window closes and the road gets sticky. The road gets rough. And you make it harder for your soul. So this is the window that we had been in. And I had been saying, hey, let's look at this. And the powers are falling down. Everything is crumbling down. Your old ideas, all of that. You know, and like I said, as I was feeling today, let me see. Yes, it's now or never. Mm-hmm. When spirit says move, move. Thank you for that. It's like it's saying now or never. That is exactly what's happening. The energies are like, it's now or never. It's now or never. Stop playing around. You don't have the time to do that no more. You can't waste your energy in that way, because energy is time and you can't waste that time. We're coming into a knowing that we are the essence of time in divine timing, but we have to be with the divine in the timing. And so right now, a lot of us are feeling like, especially with the frequency speeding up, everything is like, shoo, shoo. Information's coming in faster. We're moving faster. Hey, this is the future. This is, Aquarius is also about technology in the future. Where are we going with that? And before it gets out of hand, this is why it's important for us to get right with the earth. Connect back to the earth and be grounded. Don't just jump into technology. Technology needs to be disciplined. Technology needs to be disciplined by the earth, by grounding. Let me put it that way. I know a lot of people, technology, yes, it's the future. And we're not saying we're not supposed to have any technology, but it should always be tethered to the earth. The earth should always be disciplined by the earth and being in the earth, so that you don't get carried away. And that's one of the dangers of with Aquarius, being that it's an air sign. You may just get carried away. Oh, technology. And that's not it. This is why the energies invite us to to do certain work and get rid of certain things and concepts before it gives us more. Because to whom much is given, much is required. Right? So we have to we have to find where we exist in this paradigm. Know our pace. And do everything in your effort to stay up with the pace of the cosmos, because it's always guiding us and telling us what's what and where is where. Right? So, I shared that. I really wanted to get in and talk about these energies. The two main things was, looking at with it leaving Capricorn, looking at what you're graduating into. That's one thing I definitely want us to look at. What have you evolved in, if you have in fact, or in truth, evolved? What was the other thing? There was two things I mentioned earlier that I feel that we should look at. That was one of them. Look at your signs. Where does your house show up in Capricorn for you? And be able to see what theme it's playing, has it been working on and playing out in your life, world, and affairs, and where it's going next. Right? So where is, as Pluto enters into Aquarius, look at what Aquarius, what house, which one of your houses are in Aquarius. What is that theme? Because that's what you're being pulled into now. So imagine if you didn't get what you needed to get from the other theme right before that, and you just get pulled into this one, it's going to be a difficult task, right? Yes, I am that I am. I am that I am. Are you I am? I'm looking for somebody named I am to claim their calendar. So that's why I'm asking, are you I am? Welcome, welcome. So I definitely wanted to highlight that and have us be mindful, because those energies are out there, and it's like the Matrix. Everybody's turning into an agent. Anybody can be an agent at any time. So we got to be mindful, especially family members and friends. They're all available vessels to be agents if they're not working on themselves. And this is why we can't afford to be with those who are not working on themselves. No judgment, no, it's just that we can't afford to mingle with you in that way. It doesn't mean we can't have a conversation with you or, be around you, whoever they may be, but we must know ourselves and know what to not engage into, right? And know that we just can't. That's why we feel like we've had enough. We just cannot do that. Um, I feel like there was something else about the Capricorn. I know we talked about the sifting. I wanted to reiterate something, but all I'm getting is look at what we're graduating into. Look at what we're graduating into. What have you evolved? What was your graduation looking like? And what have you evolved, through or into? Um, Today was a day, what I will share before I go, this is why I'm saying pay attention, because we have to own our space. We have to be in our soul sovereignty, because others will take you here, there, and everywhere. And today was one of those days where it was every time I got a chance, something was pulling on me, something else, something else kept coming up. And this is why I said these energies will do everything it can to distract you from what it is you're supposed to do. So please prioritize, put yourself first, put your soul first. Always check in back with your soul and say, what am I supposed to be doing? Am I in line with my divine time? That's it. Am I in line with my divine time? No one else comes before that, right? Your emergency is not going to be my urgency to get up and move and run around. And this is what we need to honor ourselves with, because that's what I got held into. That's hence why I am here so late. This is why I'm here these hours. I said I'm going to do what my divine plan was, and Spirit had showed me to share the Capricorn graduation information with you all, whoever that may be for, so you can take a deeper look at what you're graduating into and through. Oh, and the reminder, the second thing it just came back to me was, remember that it's to be practical with what you have noticed and what has been showing up for you, because you have just a little buffer when the sun goes into Capricorn. It's going to be brought into your outer world. So I just wanted to reiterate that. That was the thing I couldn't remember, but if Spirit brought it back. So please look at that, because those who have been wasting time is up, but you have a little bit more space to work with in terms of identifying it and uprooting it, so that as it comes to the outer world, you're not thrown off, you're not all confused and discombobulated or anything like that. So, and those of you who really know what I'm talking about, when that time comes, it won't jar you. It's just going to be like, oh, okay, this is what we were doing, this is what happened when we thrust it forward, and you're going to see more of it then. you know um Higher self, I am aligned with my divine time. Yes, yes, I like that. Align. Thank you for catching them and rewriting them. Thank you, because then I can go back and look and rewrite it. Like, because sometimes I just say things, most times I just say it as, Spirit comes. And most of the times when it comes in a rhyme like that, I know that it means something. It indicates to me that there's something there, and that what I'm saying is to break a spell somewhere where we may be spellbound around something in our minds. So when we rhyme, it is to break that, right? Rhymes are very powerful. That's why people like songs and things like that. And that's why the industry uses songs to lead the people astray as well, because it's casting spells. Anyway, that's a whole nother word. So thank you. Thank you. Is that Diamond? Yes, Destined Diamond. Thank you for being destined to be here at this appointed time with your destined coordinates, and sharing and being receptive and reciprocating the energy, and setting these pinpoints for me, as well. right? We're all assisting each other. That's right. That's why I say each one, reach one, teach one all the time. So I thank you for that. And I share what I share to have us be on your P's and Q's. This might not have been the best fun filled day, but we make the best of it for those who have or can. I was getting the serious attacks, so it was frustrating, but it's exciting to know and to see. It's like, okay, I see you. And it's freeing, it's liberating. You really see your soul sovereignty when you see everyone else just like acting icky around you, and you on zero tolerance for the BS anymore. So you're like, okay, I see where you are, and you're ready to distance and disconnect, and not in a bad way like cut people off. Still be able to talk to them, but you're distancing yourself from the demonic energies. You're cutting that off. And these are things we gave authority to in our life, world, and affairs. Break those authorities, those demonic existence, right? So that's what I have to share about this Pluto in Aquarius. I wish I could blow some horns. Celebrate, celebrate. So find out more information. Look into your chart. I invite you all to look into your natal chart. This is definitely a major cosmic shift, quantum leaping us into our other timelines and helping us with our soul ascension. So get it while it's hot. Get it while it's good, right? Until it's understood. With that, each one reach one, teach one. If you don't know where to start in your big, beautiful heart. Shine your light from the inside out and be the candle that lights the next one and the next one and the next one. And I will share with you if I get on tomorrow, if not the day after. The next video, I will share with you some more information or the downloads that I got while in meditation in regards to this Pluto in Aquarius. So, with that, love you all. Please be well unto yourselves, be well to others, because these are some exciting times. Let's get up in this Plutonian mix. Remix. Peace, love, and light.